Hey kids, Inverted Cow here. Welcome back to Vintage Story on the Rabbit Tech server. Alright, we've done a little bit of building here since last episode. I can't remember if I showed you the retaining wall. I did. I have gone and mined a couple of swamps actually for muddy gravel. And yes, it is raining again, in case you missed that. One of our players, and I can't think of who it is right now off the top of my head, built a kind of a public tavern over here, right next to spawn. We're going to kind of try to run over there. I shouldn't run on this server because you get hungry really quickly. But it's kind of a he's got like a tavern that he maintains, the Salty Hyena. Trade nuggets for food, that sort of thing, and peat for food. He also set up a forge so that you can come in and forge up your stuff and not have to go through all the hassle of actually getting the tools and some of the casts made, which is really nice. I mean, I've already got some of these made. This is, oh, by the way, the new tool rack for molds. That will be coming up in the stable version later on. I really do want to go pick up a couple of those cow skulls. I gotta find out where he got that from because I really want to go get some of those. I dropped off a bunch of peat bricks and charcoal and that sort of thing for folks to smelt up material and whatever. Because I have a peat bog directly behind my house, and it's kind of, or my, I'm going to call it my house, my hovel. And that's where I'm going to be putting in a chicken coop here shortly. Well, I wanted to bring you back in here a little bit. We're going to work on a little bit more of the landscaping. I'm hoping to get most of the landscaping done today. I want to have a path connecting from where our base building is to the main road, but I'm thinking I might actually take it over there as opposed to straight out to spawn where I was originally going to do with it. I'd like to talk to somebody about that, but yeah, it's first thing Monday morning, and most of the people who are not laid off because of the Wuhan flu are able to go back to work and school and that kind of fun thing. So I'm going to pick this up here. I'm just going to do a little bit of digging and shoveling and such, and replace this stuff with that. Let's see. Okay, and I'll pick it up after I have dug a little bit more of this riverbed back in, and we're going to see what it looks like when it's almost finished. So don't go away, kids. I will be right back. Welcome back. It's been a few days. It's now the 48th day of November, and it's just after 7 in the morning. I have dug most of the river pathway. If I bring up the map here, it now forms a meandering stream down here connects to this waterfall, goes into this large hole, and then over to here. Now I haven't actually put any water in yet. I have to do that still. And I was given a tin bronze pickaxe in exchange for some quartz. In fact, he wanted a good supply of quartz. Well, let's just say I give him a good supply of quartz. Unfortunately, I completely caved in almost my entire hillside mining out quartz, and I burned up almost the entire pickaxe, and the quartz vein still goes over this way. Over here, I think you can actually see it poke out down here and over there, and I believe all the way over there as well. I think it does end at some point in time. It does end. I'm pretty sure of it. But as you can see, yeah, I'm going to have lots of quartz. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a false kind of a false, what do you call it, like a false roof or room or something here, a false landscaping. This is just like this is probably going to end up being where I put some gardens. I mean, because I got the water source there, I could very easily have gardens that have the water right beside them, kind of thing, and put in a couple more patches of garden in here, which is probably what's going to end up happening with some of it, like on this retaining side of the hill, maybe, I don't know. I have started laying out the waterway slightly. I keep running out of this muddy gravel. I have to go out and collect some more, although I might be able to trade for some more because somebody's filling in a swamp and I'm making one, so it's a pretty good deal. I'm giving them dirt, they're giving me muddy gravel. I will have to do a lot of repairs on this hillside, but the next step in our business here is to grab the bucket for water, not the bucket for honey. We're going to put the torch in our inventory, and we're going to come down here and control, and we're going to start spam clicking this thing. And see if we can get rid of some of the bubbles. I don't know what's going on with the reeds. They just won't grow. Ah, crap. Of course, here's the other problem you run into. Some nasty block updates. I want to keep a water, what do you call it, a bit of a waterway in here. With some currents and eddies, because that will keep this as an animal trap as well, because this is where I keep trapping all of my raccoons and rabbits and such. As you can see, you can't swim out of this. Once you're in, you're in. There we go. So I'm going to keep that, but okay, I'm not sure what that deal was about, but if I can do that, I'm wondering if Other things can do that. Okay, let's carry on. Now here I do want water flow activity. I want it to look like it's flowing because it is changing height. It's coming from there and down to here. But again, here, now I'm going to leave a little bit of flowing water animation in here because I want it to look like this water is moving along this way. We're going to fix this up a little bit. There we go. Now I might do is put in like a small retaining wall around this so that this pool flows into this wall. I'll leave it for now. Okay, we're moving again this way. Now again, we'll leave. Oh, I hate this breaking grass mod. Stay. No. Pile of sugar honey iced tea. No. That's where I'm aiming. That's where it's going. There we go. Okay. I want the water to move downhill here. The point of having the grass, the dirt there was to have it actually flowing. But of course, as you see, the dirt constantly keeps caving in. But that's okay. Once it's working, it should be okay. I just don't like having this kind of thing where you have a floating block of water. If I do a block update on that, it might clear it off. I don't know. We'll see. But then what we'll do is we'll carry this on here. And we'll smooth it back out. Okay, and now we're into medium temporal storm, right on. Now we're into the first water part, I guess, the first lake part. So what we'll do is I'm just going to close this off with a quick little dam, and we'll see if we can clean up the last of this flowing water thing. There's a spot here somewhere that it's not saying is full, which is kind of irritating. There we go. Now this, what I have to do is I have to fill up each layer, so I'll have to start at the bottom with a full bucket. Okay, and you keep doing that until it stops moving. Now I'll have to do the same with this layer, except the problem is now is over top of this thing I'm going to have to do is put in a barricade to place the water blocks against and work my way across the thing, removing the barricade as I go. Because you can't place source blocks over top of the water. So I'll have to do is a little bit of creative water placing here to get this to work. Okay, that should be good. So what we can do is we'll start with these. And then placing against the face of the block, we'll see if we can get it to fill out and stop bubbling up against the block here. And I have to use the straw, or hay, I guess, because the dirt, the falling dirt thing, will make it almost impossible to place blocks in here. Okay, and it's nighttime again. But that's what I'm going to be working towards and working on for the next little bit. So I'll bring it back after I have finished this section of the lake. So don't go away, kids. We'll be right back. And we're finished. That's right. The lake, waterway, whatever you want to call it, is done up to this point. This was natural over here, so where this is flowing off into that clay field, that was the way it was. I'm not going to change what was. This was an impact crater that we filled in and turned into a lake. This here is our stream. I had to plant the grass on the ground, because if you plant it in the water, apparently it doesn't grow. I have a whole whack of it planted in my little upstream lake there, and not one single stick of it has grown yet. I've got some nice flowing water. I'd love to have like little eddies and ripples and stuff in the back here, but this is supposed to be a fast flowing stream. But even if you throw stones, like these little tiny stones down in the river to give it some character or depth, it messes things up. So unfortunately I got to go with just this for now. So we have water flowing down here. Of course there's a shallow block there, but no problem. And again, I have it just kind of meandering along beside the edge of the thing here. Again, more shrubs and stuff like that. And then I have the rapids coming around the two garden plots. And I've started building the rapids flowing down here. Of course, I have to rebuild this entire plateau, because this is where it was, where the retaining wall is. So this is all going to get rebuilt up, which is fine, because I had originally planned to probably put a building of some sort. Again, with the thunderstorms, come on. I had originally planned to put a building of some sort up here, and I might still, now that I'm leveling this off. Of course, as you can see, I have water that is up here, so it's a block high. So however I do that, I probably would have to fix the waterway here so that it doesn't look like it's artificially suspended. So I'd have to rebuild this hill and that sort of thing. The falling dirt thing, it's really driving me nuts, because I get everything perfect and then it has some block update, and yeah, next thing I know, I got a whole pile of dirt falling in on top of where I'm working. This quartz, I have to come back here with a new pickaxe and mine this out. I need a pickaxe. Unfortunately, the only way to get copper in the multiplayer right now is basically by panning or getting extremely lucky. Because essentially, if there is a piece of copper anywhere on the map, somebody has already collected it. So that's gonna do it for today, kids. Hope you're enjoying Vintage Story on the Rabbit Tech server. Thanks all for watching, and good night for now.